Welcome. This short video will help you understand the changes between the Wyndham Property Management System and the SynXis Property Management System. The login process for your SynXis PMS has not changed from the previous version. Starting at the login screen for the SynXis PMS, enter the property ID, user ID, and the password for your property. Click the Log On button or press Enter. You will notice that the SynXis PMS looks nearly identical to the Wyndham PMS. Let's look at the front office menu. We have added two new icons to the taskbar at the bottom of the screen and two new features added to the existing icons. The Future Inventory icon allows you to view your future availability at a glance. The Connection Status icon now has the option to run a speed test, which allows you to check your internet speed. The Master Workstation icon now has the option to view the Master Workstation information and to test the connection to the Master Workstation. The Chat icon can be used to open a chat window with HTTPS technical support. Now let's take a quick look at the House menu. The House menu in SynXis is identical to Wyndham. There were no visible changes made to this menu. However, there is a new optional feature in the room notes for SynXis. There is a Clear Notes option that allows the user to clear room notes from a selection of rooms. There is also a new setup option that will allow all room notes and housekeeping assignments to be cleared automatically with the night audit. Next, let's look at the accounting menu. The accounting menu works the same in SynXis as it did in Wyndham. The General Cashier option has changed slightly with additional fields and colorful display. The other change affects properties that previously did not interface their credit cards with Wyndham. Now that all properties will be interfaced with Elevon, all properties will now have the option to pre-authorize the credit cards for today's arrivals. Now, let's move on to the Manager's menu. The Manager's menu contains the most significant changes in the new system. The Manage Central Reservations and Manage Credit Card Interface sections have been moved to function keys on the right. The Rate Management, Inventory Controls, and Rate of the Day functions from Wyndham have now been replaced in SynXis by two new areas called Revenue Management Controls and Product Management. Let's review these two areas more closely. First, we will discuss Revenue Management Controls. This section is where all inventory settings are maintained in the SynXis PMS. This menu looks similar to the Inventory Controls menu in Wyndham, but has new features added. F3 is the changelog. F5 is the House Restrictions Update section, which is similar to the Quick Update section in Wyndham Inventory Controls. F7 is the Rate Plan Restriction section, which allows the restriction of individual rate plans. F8 is the Master Rate Configuration section, where the house rates are configured for individual room types by date range. Let's look at the final section in the Manager's menu, Product Management. From this screen, you will have the following options: view a rate calendar by date range and rate plan, edit property rate plans, update the extra person charges for 2, 3, 4 or more people. To return to the Manager's menu, press the Escape button on the keyboard. Now, let's review the Reports menu. Click on the Reports tab at the top of the screen. Although this section remains mostly unchanged, there is a new feature that allows you to search for specific reports by name. Type the name of the report in the search field, and the report will appear at the top of the list. For this example, we will search for Guest List. Additionally, there have been over 14 new reports added to the Reports menu. Some of the new reports include Forecast by Market Code, Group Reporting, Multi-Property Reports for owners with multiple SynXis properties, and User Test Results for the Training menu, among many others. Now, let's review the Setup menu. Click on the Setup tab at the top of the screen. In the Setup menu of SynXis, the former Wyndham Property section has been split into two categories: Property Information and Property Codes. All of the items in the Setup menu now feature a changelog, which allows the user to see when any changes are made to a setting, for tracking purposes. Finally, let's review the Training menu. Click on the Training tab at the top of the screen. This section contains videos covering the functionality of most areas of the system. This is a great section to visit for answers to commonly asked questions about system processes, as well as for training new employees on the system. The Training Center also allows the GM or POC to track all users and their progress when watching videos and taking quizzes that are assigned to each video. Next, we will discuss some of the changes to the reservation screen. The reservation screen in SynXis looks very similar to the previous WinGuest screen with a few exceptions. SynXis now has the option to hold multiple guarantee types for reservations and in-house guests, including multiple credit card numbers that can be set as primary or secondary by the user. Users with key lock interfaces now have an easy drop-down menu for creating room keys. There is also a file attachment feature that allows users to attach documents to reservations. The market field has been replaced with Track to be used for tracking reservation types in SynXis. From the front office menu, you will now have the option of running a cashier audit or close bank, as well as drop cash. Drop cash is a new feature that allows the user to drop cash from their bank without closing it. The cashier audit is also still located in the accounting menu where it was previously located in WinGuest. Much like WinGuest, SynXis PM has a built-in credit card interface. Similar to WebView, Fusebox is also developed by Elevon Payment Solutions. The interactive credit card swipes that will accompany the system are developed by Ingenico and work directly with the Fusebox interface while connected securely to the workstations. The Fusebox interface portal can be accessed via Elevon's secure web domain. The Fusebox portal will allow the general manager or point of contact to access the property database. There, the user can manage the daily transactions, batch totals, or run reports. This concludes the introduction to the SynXis PMS. We have discussed the noticeable changes throughout the system as it differs from the WinGuest PMS. We have also discussed the new Fusebox credit card interface and Ingenico credit card swipes that work interactively with the new system. Please stay tuned for further in-depth videos on the specific areas of change in the new SynXis property management system. Thank you for watching.